Hello students, today will we discuss about essay on students and politics। आज का हमारा टॉपिक है स्टूडेंट एंड पॉलिटिक्स, विद्यार्थी और राजनीति। ओके, द क्वेश्चन whether students should take part in politics has been too much debated. The question whether there should be students union in schools, colleges and universities has been too much debated. When Charan Singh was the Chief Minister of UP, he made students union optional. When the Mulayam Singh government came in power, it made the election of students union mandatory. When VSP came in power, the students union are banned. It seems that no political party has given a serious thought to the formation of students union in schools, colleges and universities because every political party has serious doubts about the sanctity of such unions. First, nurseries of politics. In fact, nations are held in universities, schools and colleges are the nurseries of politics. They provide platform for political training of the youth of a country. No democracy can succeed without enlightened public opinion. It is in schools, colleges and universities that students get an opportunity to form their opinions about the political affairs of the country. देखिए, स्कूल्स में, कॉलेजेस में, यूनिवर्सिटीज़ में बच्चों के लिए एक अवसर दिया जाता है कि वो अपनी पॉलिटिकल अफेयर्स के बारे में राय रखें। जयप्रकाश नारायण एंड गांधी जी यूज्ड द स्टूडेंट्स एज यूथ पावर। जो जयप्रकाश नारायण और गांधी जी थे वो स्टूडेंट्स को हम यूथ पावर के लिए यूज करते थे फॉर पॉलिटिकल एजिटेशंस एंड नेशंस बिल्डिंग। व्हेन गांधी जी इनिशिएटेड द क्विट इंडिया मूवमेंट इन 1942, he called upon students to join his movement in order to drive out the British from India. Okay, next, criminalization of students' union. When every section of society has its own union to achieve certain ends, students too have a right to form their own unions to protect their interests and get political training so that they can play a significant role in democracy. It was with this objective that the students' unions were started in educational institutions all over the country. As the time passed on, the political parties started hijacking the students' union and using them for their own political gains. Moreover, the leaders of the students' union took resources to violence and crimes with the result that the antisocial elements became active in students' organization. Professor Savarwal in Madhya Pradesh was put to death by such elements. Sometimes there are some groups in student union. These groups have bloody clashes among themselves with the result that the academic atmosphere of the educational institutions is related to an unhealthy access. It was because of this fact that some people thought of banning students' union. During the elections of students' union, the rival groups are so violent and agitated that they often resort to bloody clashes and even murders. After the elections, the leaders of the students' union have their own ways neglecting the causes of common students. The students' union became the sanctuary for unwanted elements in the educational institutions. Next, Lingon Commission report. Under the directions of the Supreme Count of India, the central government instituted the Lingot Committee to prepare the guidelines for the students' unions all over the country. The Lingot Committee made some recommendations with regard to the age limit, expenses, and attendance in the class. The age limit recommended by the committee for the graduates is between 19 and 22 years. For the postgraduates, the age limit is between 23 and 24 years. For the research scholars, the age limit is 28 years. So far as expenses in elections are concerned, no candidate is allowed to spend more than 5,000 rupees. Those who have 75% attendance in the class would be eligible to contest the election of students' unions. Last, conclusion. Okay. What the Supreme Court of India and the Lingot Committee intended to suggest is that in a democratic set-up, students' unions are necessary for the training of the youth of the country, but there should be certain guidelines and those would be strictly adhered to. In order to enforce the guidelines, and those should be strictly adhered to, in order to enforce the guideline laid down by the Lingot Committee, the colleges and the universities of every state can hold elections of students' union keeping in view their own academic requirements and law and order situations. However, it will not be proper to make the formation and elections of students' unions mandatory, because it would be a sort of burden on educational institutions and those students who have no interest in students' politics. The best way is make to the students' unions optional so that those who have any interest in students politics can run the students union under the guidance of their administration. So far as the active participation of students in politics is concerned, no definite guidelines can be laid down. It all depends on the interest of an individual student in democracy. Every citizen is free to take part in politics, and as such, no ban can be imposed on any citizens. Okay. So, in fact, nations are built in universities, schools, and colleges, and the necessity of politics they provide platform for political training of the youth of a country. No democracy can succeed without enlightened public opinion. It is in school, colleges, and universities that students get an opportunity to form their opinion about the political affairs of the country. When every section of society has its own union to achieve certain ends, students do have a right to form their own unions to protect their interests and get political training so that they can play a significant role in democracy.